Ooh, and look at that gold! On this gold undertaking with Chris, I take my sons hiking into the hills of California searching for gold. Another atmospheric river had hit Southern California and flooded the region. So we searched for a safe but secluded spot ripe with all the signs of gold to dig for it. We found the exact spot we wanted to dig and got busy setting up the Highbanker, which included our runoff pond as well as the place we were going to put the pump. Vinny got busy testing the sand and dirt for gold, but really he was just building a sandcastle. This was going to be the first time I was going to field test my modifications I did for the Royal Mini Highbanker. If you didn't see my YouTube short on it, the Royal Highbanker only has a spray head and not spray bars. So I took some PVC pipe and added my own spray bars to it. I took a few measurements, made a few cuts, added a few end caps, drilled a few holes, actually quite a bit of holes, and got the water pressure and flow perfect. It was time to take it out to the field. So here I am, testing it out in the field to see if it can catch some gold. All the modifications I made can be removed. So if this utterly fails, I can get back to the base model and keep moving forward. With the pump in place, we tested the water flow. With the pump set up and the water flow looking great, we decided it was time to start digging for gold. But first we had to do a celebration dance on the rock.
Yes, man! Look at the tongue, look at the tongue, look at the tongue! What the rock is cooking!
Yeah, not that rock, this one. With the dance party over, Luca declared,
I think we found a good spot. Let's start digging for gold!
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. La 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 Ghostbusters! La 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 la.
It wasn't long before I took a quick break on the rock. As a man with a height disorder, anytime I can find a rock that's big enough that I can lay on, I have to. And we got right back to digging for gold because we're wild.
For adventure and whatever comes our way. True nature's child, we were born to be wild. We can climb so high, I never wanna die. We were born to be
As we started digging, I wanted to find out how deep the hole was getting, so I measured in Lucas.
Not that deep.
Even though the hole wasn't that deep yet, I loved the material we were seeing and throwing through the Highbanker.
I'm feeling like there's a lot of gold in this creek, so we're gonna see, right, Luca?
Yeah!
Let's get that gold.
So we kept after that hole and we kept on digging. Right, Finny? And that big rock needed to go.
Tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless and lost on under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes, every step that I take is another mistake to you.
It was time for another Luca measurement.
It's getting deep.
It definitely was getting deeper and deeper, and I was finding bigger and bigger rocks. So I'm hoping for some big gold.
Now you could be wondering, why did I pick this spot? If you look around and you saw some of the shots, you see plenty of spots that are great for digging, but I chose this spot. But why? Purely safety. I got a 3-year-old, I got an 8-year-old. There's a lot of stuff in these mountains that have fallen down in rocks, and so I'm trying to stay in the middle in case something comes down. The water is also flowing really fast, and this was the only spot where it kind of slows down. There's an island where Finney can play with sand. So that's why. I know you're probably like, oh, that's not the best spot. It's okay, I don't care. I'm here for the fun, outdoors, time with my kids, my own mental health. So let's dig for gold!
And that's what we kept doing. We just kept on digging for gold. It was a beautiful day. We were having a great time, but we got a bit hungry, so it was time for a snack. After a few bites, a little horseplay ensued. Then we started playing with Finney's toys, specifically his Buzz Lightyear, and started sending it down the river. But then tragedy struck. Buzz Lightyear disappeared under that rock. So Luca went searching.
Oh, it's right there. It's right there in
Where?
the water.
Luckily, we found Buzz Lightyear. Otherwise, explained to the wife that I lost one of his favorite toys while gold mining would get me in some trouble.
With Buzz saved, it was back to gold mining. I did a quick check of the mats and we were catching some great material. We dug a bit longer and found this really cool shiny rock. Let me know what you think it is in the comments. Then I spotted a really cool red garnet right on a rock, right inside the hole that we were digging.
Hey, so we're gonna do a clean out and we're gonna call it good and go home for a day, pan it out at home and see how much gold we get.
I let the pump fill the white bucket full of water so we could clean out the mats. Finny was excited to be done so we could go get some McDonald's.
Size, local size, apple slices.
Okay, from McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my knee rock.
And of course, everybody needs a designated knee rock when you're bending down on your knees to clean out your sluice box. I started to clean out, but then I lost something.
Drop that bolt. So I lost the wing nut, dropped it out of my mouth, so now we gotta find it. This is where you bring your metal detector, I guess. Oh, this is silly! Ah! Okay. Should have brought me a little hand metal detector, bud.
I know.
Here, go ahead and stop recording, bud, and you can help me look for it, okay?
Okay.
We couldn't locate the wing nut, so we continued to clean out the sluice box. When I started checking the material in the bucket, I ended up finding the wing nut laying right there. It was a nice little surprise. I also noticed a piece of gold as we were shuffling around. As I mentioned before, all the PVC modifications I made are easily detachable, which makes for a quick breakdown so I can pack it up to hike it on out. A quick final rinse and I was ready to hike on out. I had hiked a whole bunch of stuff and the kiddos up to the top of the hill. The camera doesn't do it justice, but this climb is vertical.
We're doing it! We're doing it!
Dad.
Victorious! Oh, I need a break. awesome. We're gonna go home now.
We hiked on out of the canyon and back to the truck. Next, I wanted to do an experiment, and I took all the dirt that was in our boots and put it into a separate bucket. I wanted to test it for gold, just in case.
You gotta get on sand to get gold.
With all the dirt, sand, and material collected from the boots and put into a white bucket, we headed on home. The boot bucket was going to be the first bucket I was going to pan out the results for.
What? No.
And the boot bucket produced the smallest, most adorable piece of gold. Next, it was time to clean out the results from the sluice box. Would my modifications work and catch gold? It sure did. Look at that gold, nice and chunky. I hope you enjoyed the adventure finding gold with us. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give me a like. Chris Undertaking out, and heavy pans.